No.
Wait, what day is today?
It's hump day.
What? Is that today?
It's Wednesday. I'm giving up listening.
We're halfway there.
Halfway there.
Halfway.
Where? Where?
To the weekend?
Okay.
Guess I can hold out a little longer.
Until then.
Showtime.
Here's Toast and Marsh.
What's up, South Florida? Good morning. 8:03 OnSideRadio.com. This is 4th and 20. I am Toast. He is Marsh. Congrats to you. You have made it to what they call the hump day. And might I say, happy St. Patrick's Day.
Top of the morning.
And that is all the Irish accent I will be doing today because I don't really have one, but you must.
I must.
Come on, voice man.
Yeah. I got to get into it. Sorry.
Wow. Well, you've been sitting here for a half an hour.
I know. I was swiping on Bumble.
Oh, God.
He was setting up his afternoon.
Swiping on Bumble, yes,
I'm
yes.
making plans for
He's filling in the holes in his afternoon.
It's kind of true.
Plenty of good stuff going on in the sports world. First, congrats to the Miami Heat. Nice victory last night,
Five in a row.
blowing out the Cavaliers, turning on that game. You had to kind of do a double take because at first you thought they were opposite teams because they were wearing opposite uniforms.
I hate them so much.
I mean, I'll tell you what. Listen, I don't mind the gold like I mind the other ones. The candy cane friggin'
Willy Wonka.
whatever the hell that is. But yeah, they were wearing the Cavs uniforms last night.
They really were. I don't like
bizarre.
it because we the first time we wore them was against the Pacers, a yellow team, and so I didn't know what I turned on. I was like, what the hell? And then last night I turned it on. I'm like, it still doesn't make sense. I don't like it, man.
No, Cavs went ahead and dunked the ball. And my wife's like, "Hey, nice, he just scored." I'm like, "Yeah, no, that's not the Heat." So whether we're in black, I'm like, "Yeah, no, it's not. That's not. Yeah, no."
But yeah,
No,
we look
no.
good.
Yeah, man. So now 4 games over 500, 22 and 18 now, and just the entire and also Charlotte, man, right behind us. They won, I believe, 4 in a row.
They're
Going
coming.
into they're coming as well. So the entire Eastern Conference, the top half, beginning to get their sea legs under them and make some moves here. So it should be a good second
We're
half
back
of the
at it
season.
tonight.
Absolutely.
Wow, Tyler 15 off the bench, Jimmy with 28.
Right?
Kelly played good.
Kelly's been playing good the last few games.
Okay, easy. He's all
Well,
right. I'm just
offensively,
joking.
offensively.
He was plus 21, so that's good. Bam was back.
Plenty of NFL action went down yesterday with free agency.
Yeah.
Some breaking news this morning. Trent Williams, now the highest paid offensive lineman in the history of the league, $138 million deal.
Wow.
Of course, he's not going to get all that money. The details of it are, I believe, 50-some-odd million, $30 million signing bonus for $55 million guaranteed. So
It's big for the Niners.
but a 6-year deal, and so I'm guessing he'll be there for at least the next 2 years or 3 years at least before they cut him loose. Yeah, that's a lot of money, man.
that is a lot.
32
and a
years
lot
old.
well, that
Yep.
just goes to show you how important linemen are, man.
No,
A
absolutely.
good tackle. We know how much that not having one hurts.
I am very intrigued by what's going on now with Deshaun Watson in Houston. First of all, they signed Tyrod Taylor to a 1-year deal. So now all of a sudden you're spending a lot of money at the quarterback room between your starter and your backup. More than I think most teams would want to spend in that area. And now, last night, there is a sexual assault allegation that has come out from a masseuse against Deshaun Watson. And a lot of folks are questioning the timing of this and the fact that the claimant's lawyer was a neighbor of Bob McNair, the Houston Texans owner, before he passed away. And now, the son owns the team, Cal McNair.
Mysterious.
So just some coincidence there that some folks are like, those lines kind of line up there. So don't know what's going to go on with this. Deshaun Watson put out an immediate statement, claims this is a shakedown attempt. The lawyer said this had nothing to do with money, but Deshaun claims before he said that, he asked me for 6 figures to make it go away. So Deshaun says he's looking forward to clearing his name. I'm just saying the timing of all this is just spectacular.
It's just interesting.
24 or 48 hours into free agency, just right after they signed Tyrod Taylor, maybe trying to lower his value in a trade. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but
So something gonna happen.
should be interesting to see how that whole thing plays out over the next 48, 72 hours. And, I mean, what do we think is going to happen with him now?
I don't know, man. I feel like we're just waiting on the day where something does finally happen, because there's no way he's going to play for this team.
Well, and here's the deal. I mean, at this point, at least to me, and we're going to talk to Omar Kelly later on in the show, but it seems to me with the additions that other teams have made, there's only 2 teams left that it's feasibly possible for him to go to, the Dolphins and the Jets.
Yeah, we signed a backup yesterday.
We did.
Brissett.
Jacoby bringing the kid from West Palm Beach back home.
Yeah, he finally
Al
signed with
Golden-
Miami.
Yeah, the kid that Al Golden couldn't land.
Gabby Rucci had a great tweet last night and said, 10 years later, Jacoby Brissett finally signs with Miami.
I like Jacoby as a backup. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like Jacoby as a backup. I don't know, man. Something's got to happen with Deshaun Watson. He can't stay there.
No.
I mean, that relationship is dead. I don't think he wants to be in the situation where he has to sit out an entire year. They signed Tyrod Taylor for a 1-year deal, like I think $14 million or $12 million. So, I mean, something's got to give there.
It's just a matter of when.
I don't know, man.
If I were the Texans.
I think it's going to the Jets. I do.
What about BYU headband? Zach Wilson.
Oh, I think if you can get Deshaun Watson.
Well, I
you go
know,
in
but
that
do you think a
direction.
deal is going to get done for Deshaun Watson before the draft?
It has to. If it doesn't get done before the draft, then he's stuck in Texas and in Houston for the entire season. Like, if this doesn't get done before the draft, then they're not trading him. They're not making this trade in training camp.
No.
I mean, who's going to have the flexibility at that
Just
point?
give up the number 3 for Deshaun if you're the Dolphins.
I mean,
And
now
other pieces.
Here's the thing. I think what you have to pay for Deshaun is going down a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, just because everyone else is signing the number of teams left to bid. You know, Chicago's not going to bid anymore. Poor Bear fans, bro. You've been freaking. You've been. Keeping your fingers crossed under the table, glancing at Russell Wilson across the bar, and suddenly you're going home with Andy Dalton.
We're having St. Patty's Day dinner tonight with some Chicago natives and Bears fans.
Oh,
I
yeah.
am going to just. I'm gonna laugh.
They're going to be happy. Oh yeah.
Dalton and Trubisky.
My wife's family is all from up there, and her cousin's a big Bears fan. And I just sent him yesterday the meme, how it started, Russell Wilson, how it's going, Andy Dalton. And it's just, oh, my God. It's just brutal. I mean, they're just – Chicago fans are just lost their mind yesterday on social media when that deal came through.
All the former
Lost their
players
minds.
were tweeting, just upset. Lance Briggs is
Just
upset.
insane.
$10 million with $3 million more of incentives.
It's just nuts.
For Andy Dalton.
Hey, for Andy Dalton. The fact that Andy Dalton's only getting a job. It's insane to me.
It's crazy
Like,
that
bro.
a backup is going to be paid that much. It's
He's going to start for them.
He's
They
going
don't have Trubisky's a free agent.
Oh yeah.
He's not on the roster. You have Nick Foles and him. It's Nick Foles and him. I mean, you're right. Maybe he's not starting. Maybe Nick Foles beats him out, which is certainly
Super
possible.
Bowl MVP.
Certainly possible. But that's your quarterback room, Chicago. Oh, my God. Andy Dalton and Nick Foles.
Oh.
How happy are Green Bay fans today? How happy are Viking fans
Oh
today?
yeah, the Bears are out.
Oh, they're out. They're done.
They're building for the future now.
For 75 straight years, the Bears defense will win championships. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, not in this day and age. You
Not-
need a quarterback, bro.
They're just preparing for next year's draft, man.
But even more surprising, cuts happened yesterday. So Russell Wilson, he lists the 4 teams that he'd go to. Well, so the Bears, that's not going to happen. The Raiders, the reason he wanted to go to the Raiders because of that offensive line. Well, now they've gotten rid of them all.
Yep.
The tackle got traded. They cut the center yesterday. I swear to God, if the Seahawks don't restructure Wilson's deal and sign Hudson as our new center, they're idiots.
Yeah. Well, did Trent Brown's going back to the Patriots?
Yeah, he got traded. Yeah,
Yeah.
they traded him. So I mean, that the 2 big pieces on that offensive line that he was probably attracted to are gone now. So I don't,
Gruden. He's got.
Oh man,
that's a selling point. Who? Okay, it was the Cowboys, the Bears, the Raiders. Who's the 4th team that he named?
I forgot.
Okay,
I forgot.
it's not coming to mind.
No. And then the Patriots yesterday.
They just keep going.
Listen, and I tweeted this out yesterday. Warning, just it's great.
I saw that.
Just remember, the last time the Patriots had 2 top tight ends one of them went on a murder spree.
Oh, God.
So heads up, Boston people. Keep your head on a swivel. Keep your head on a swivel. Make sure you're looking around.
It's so dark.
Oh, it's so true, though. So true. And listen, man, I'll tell you what. This is like the Patriots, man. Maybe if they had spent some of this money last year, Tom would have stayed.
Right? Where was this kind of spending? Is Tom just kind of looking at this just like, huh?
Listen, I think what this shows is that the Patriots, they went 7-9. And I think Bill Belichick looked at this roster and realized, you know what? We haven't done a great job drafting the last few years, and this roster just isn't very good. Mm-hmm. So I need to add pieces that are good, and he added the pieces. I mean, those two tight ends together. You got Cam Newton, who can't throw the deep ball very well anymore, but now he's got two tight ends, so that short to medium passing game is going to be right there for him.
Yeah, it's all up to Cam. I still think they draft a quarterback.
Oh, they absolutely will draft. Oh no, yeah. he's just a play. It was a 1-year deal. It's a placeholder. Yeah. They'll absolutely draft somebody, but they've got. Listen, I'll tell you what. They're going to be in the mix in the AFC East.
Is this now the best division in football? You still got the Jets.
You still got the NFC West.
I think
the NFC West is still the best.
But if the Jets
could ever get their head out of their ass,
which will never happen.
Listen, here's another question. Sam Darnold's still on the roster?
Yeah.
Are you moving him? I mean, if you're going to make a move for Deshaun, are you keeping Sam because he's going to be the major trade piece to the Texans? He'll be like, Tyrod's backup, or him and Tyrod will compete or whatever.
That's not a bad idea.
But what's going to happen there? There's a lot of pieces. A lot of pieces that we still have to wait and see what happens.
That's an exciting division, though. Dolphins are. I mean, it's not just the Bills.
And listen,
you better start making moves.
I know we hate the pandemic and all, but the fact that it shrunk the salary cap by like $16 million has made this free agency period a whole lot more exciting.
Yeah.
Because just the amount of players getting cut and the amount of movement and talent that's being moved around out there for teams that are making moves. And then you have teams that aren't making moves, and you got their fan bases are like, what the hell's going on?
Where's Curtis Samuel?
Yeah, still sitting out there. No word at all on him.
No.
Not a whisper. Anything of him going to any team right now.
I can't wait to ask Omar about him.
Right?
He's our boy. Jacksonville
making moves yesterday. I don't know if I agree with them. I don't know how you pay Shaquille Griffin like $40 million, over $40 million. I mean, damn, bro.
Turning into the Jacksonville Hurricanes.
I don't know,
bro.
man. He was good in 2019, but that was it. He has, so.
They're just building.
Isn't Urban Meyer used to spending that money?
Sure. Listen, Urban Meyer, Whatever with Urban Meyer. I don't care about Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer,
Yeah. Trevor Lawrence, let's see how that goes for you, buddy. Enjoy yourself.
Look at all that.
I know.
Holy crap. Wow.
Patriots just rebuilt their entire team.
I really like both those tight ends, man.
Smith, Hunter Henry. And listen.
Got their defensive line.
Yep.
They got 2 D tackles and a defensive end.
And when you talk about the joke about him having 2 top tight ends, one that committed murder, and one of the new guys is named Hunter.
You've thought about this way too much.
He's Hunter. His name is Hunter. Don't give him a gun. Don't give him a gun. Sign a guy named Hunter.
God.
Don't give him a bad look in a car in downtown Boston, man. He'll go all Aaron Hernandez on your ass. Yeah. He'll go all New Britain on you.
You get this all day long on Twitch with Toast.
All day long, baby.
Oh, wow.
When it's easy to make fun, I will make fun.
It's fun to make fun.
Yes. Catch a South Florida staple every afternoon as Alex Dino hosts Man of the Match from 3 until 6. Dino covers everything Man of the Match with Alex Dino, 3 until 6, exclusively at OnSideRadio.com.
You can reach out to Toast and Marsh by dialing 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623.
A message to help keep you safe. If doctors told us today that we'd made a breakthrough on COVID-19, saving thousands of lives, we would rejoice. Finally, a good news day. We'd feel less afraid that our loved ones would be struck by the invisible enemy. We'd start to feel hope that we could live our lives again. Well, a mask does all that. We can help protect others by covering our noses and mouths, which is how the virus mainly spreads. Masks are a ticket to freedom, to be out in the world, to getting together, back to work, back to doing what we want. If doctors announced we could save lives today, we would grab that breakthrough with both hands. While we wait for a vaccine, grab the breakthrough that's already here. When we're out, it's masks on.
Brought to you by the Ad Council.
He has an overbite that makes him look like a cartoon character, a slightly crooked eye, and an uncommonly wrinkly neck. In the right light, he can look a little like a garden gnome, and he'll wear a bow tie just because. Sure, you might call him a little quirky, but that's exactly what makes him so perfect. Tuna is a 3-year-old Chihuahua Dachshund mix with more than 700,000 followers on Instagram, and it all started because he was adopted. You can't buy a best friend like Tuna, but you can adopt one. Help us save them all at bestfriends.org.
OnSideRadio.com gives you a ton of options to listen to the station. You can now download free apps from Radio.net, Podbean, and Simple Radio. Download any of these free apps and listen to your favorite On-Side host. Visit our website at OnSideRadio.com to find all these links.
Big news, Miami fans! Body Armor is proud to be the new official sports drink of Major League Soccer and Inter Miami CF. It doesn't matter if you're a player or a fan, Body Armor sports drink will hydrate you with potassium-packed electrolytes, antioxidants, and no artificial sweeteners, flavors, or dyes. Whether you're at home or in the starting lineup, Body Armor sports drink will hydrate you from kickoff to the final whistle. Body Armor, now the official sports drink of Inter Miami CF, available at your local Publix.
Inter Miami CF, your official furniture and mattress store, is here. City Furniture is your #1 home source for the trends you want at the prices you'll love, including exclusive City Furniture collections, the widest selection of styles, affordable home accents, mattresses starting at just $99 and more. Create the home of your dreams fast with next-day delivery, plus get 60 months special financing with no down payment. Because City Furniture is here to make it easy so everyone can live life like this, visit cityfurniture.com.
Welcome back to 4th and 20 with Toast and Marsh. To reach out to the boys, send a text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Here's Toast and Marsh.
$8:20, Wednesday morning. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. I am Toast. He is Marsh. I guess there will be. Are you going to go out tonight? You going to go hit a bar? You going to go?
No.
Do any drinking? Neither am I.
No, we got a family dinner.
Oh, okay. We got a new bar opening in Plantation, a new World of Beer or something like that.
Ooh.
But yeah, listen, I don't have the shot yet. I'm not. And I'm so close, bro. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm weeks away. I'm weeks away from having that shot and being good. I'm not gonna. I've made it this far. I've made it this far. Not going to bars in a year. I can make it another month. It sucks. I'm missing St. Patrick's Day for the second year in a row, but. I'm not gonna just piss it away with 30 days to go.
This is one of my favorite days of the year.
It's absolutely.
I love St.
I love it, bro.
Patrick's
And
Day.
I love once a year getting some corned beef and cabbage.
Yep.
And I love just the green beer. I love everything. I love the dancing,
the Jameson.
everything. Yes.
I love the Guinness.
I love the drink, and I love the people.
drinking.
Yes.
I love, dude, and I love. You know what I love?
What
I
do
love
you
a
love?
good Irish bar.
Yeah.
I think every city should have about 20.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And
Yeah.
I've been to a few here. They're okay.
Waxy O'Connor, 17th Street, one of my favorites.
Okay.
Obviously they had the one that was, oh heavens, the one that was on Sistrunk. Oh, shoot. Sean, what's the legendary? Oh, the Fort Lauderdale bar. I forgot what it was
The one
called.
on the corner?
No, the one over there on Sistrunk. Oh, legendary Irish place. Closed a few years ago.
There's one in downtown Hollywood that's good.
Yeah. Love this holiday. But I'm not going to go out tonight. I'm not going to. I got to record OBB tonight.
Oh, fun.
Do a little spring ball update. But I'm not gonna. I am not this close to the finish line. Going to piss it all away.
I have
Just
to
not going
record
to do
fours
it.
up tonight.
There you go. There you go. Glad I could remind you of that.
No, I'll do it before dinner.
Oh my Lord! All right, so you finished your bracket yet?
Yeah. Let me pull that up right now.
Pull that bracket up.
Where is it?
So tournament starts tomorrow evening at 5 o'clock. So remember, this is the new format because of the pandemic. So the first 4 games are happening tomorrow First game is at 5:10. There's 4 games total. Then Friday is the official start of the tournament that we all know, where the games start at noon and go until midnight.
How do I go to my?
Oh,
okay,
geez.
4th and 20
There you
bracket.
go. 4th and 20 bracket. We're doing these on ESPN. So I have to fill mine out on ESPN. I only did mine here on CBS.
All right. What do you want to know?
I want to know, what's your Final Four?
Baylor, Illinois.
Baylor, Illinois. Okay.
Kansas, Alabama.
Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
Alabama.
Roll Tide.
Hold on. Kansas.
Kansas. I think they're going to beat Gonzaga.
Kansas?
I think they're going to beat
Bro.
Iowa and
Bro.
Gonzaga.
Bro.
I may have to go
realize,
change mine.
You realize people are picking Eastern Washington to beat Kansas?
Well,
Because
that's
they're playing like absolute ass the last couple of weeks?
No.
I have Kansas losing to USC in the round of 32.
I haven't seen
Wow.
one Kansas
Okay,
game.
well,
I just
there you
don't
go.
trust Gonzaga.
He's going with Kansas. And you laughed at me for having West Virginia. West Virginia's better than Kansas.
No, Huggins.
I took Kansas too.
Hey!
Did you really? Oh, you guys are living in the past.
Yeah.
This Kansas team ain't that, dude. At least not right now. They're not. Wow.
It's a blue blood. It's a blue blood.
I
All right.
can't. The East bracket I think is going to be the best because Michigan is good, but also Florida State at the 4th seed.
Bro, I think Florida State beats Michigan.
Listen,
I love Michigan and I love Juwan Howard.
I can change my pick.
But in that matchup, I'm giving the edge to the coach. And Leonard Hamilton is just is going to coach circles around Juwan Howard in that game. He just is. He has more experience. Like Leonard Hamilton's going to put on a clinic in that game.
Mm-hmm.
And Juwan Howard's going to be a great coach at some point, but he's not there yet. But Leonard Hamilton, I got to give the edge to the coach in that one.
Okay, that's fair.
You know, the thing about, all right, so here's my rules about when it comes to the tournament, is that I'm always looking for coaches and then upperclassmen heavy teams primarily at the guard position. If you give me a team, a lesser team that's got 2 senior guards that have been playing for 4 years, I am going hard on those guys.
Okay.
Because that is huge
That's
in the
fair.
tournament.
Yeah,
Huge
veteran.
in the tournament. Veteran guards are huge in the tourney.
And Michigan players have been there before.
They have. Listen, Michigan, Beeline did a great job with them. It's not like they had been in, limbo for the better part of a decade. He had
Hamilton
some great teams.
took FSU on a deep playoff.
No, absolutely.
So,
Listen,
dude, I think it's going to come down to those two in the. Actually, no, I got Michigan beating Florida State, and I have Alabama beating Michigan.
Wow, I got Bama losing the first game to Iona.
Oh, the Rick Pitino's.
I got Rick Pitino with the upset of the year.
Yeah, and then I got Baylor. I got Baylor winning it all.
Listen, Baylor absolutely could. They
I think
absolutely
that's
could.
a fair.
I have Baylor in the Final Four. I had them losing to Huggy in West Virginia.
You have West Virginia taking it all?
Taking it all, dude.
Okay. All right.
This team didn't lose 2 games the entire season in a row. And I just think that Huggins is due. And for some reason, I ended up watching a lot of West Virginia games this year. They just seem to be on when I happen to have the TV on.
See, that's the thing. I haven't
And they
watched.
look good.
I haven't watched that much basketball.
I got you. No, I hear you. I have watched a lot. Listen, normally I didn't the last few years, but UConn back in the Big East has gotten me back into it hard. It's like that last 7 years just never happened.
Well, yeah. Honestly, once my buddy left Utah, and he graduated, I was like, eh.
Speaking of which, congratulations. Your boys made a change yesterday. Krystkowiak is gone after a
Coach
decade.
K is gone. Krzysztofiak is.
Now here's my question.
He's gone.
Which is, I know Utah's the state school, but BYU is a private school with tons of cash. Which is the better job? Because there's talk about going after Pope at BYU. Would that be a step up for him, or would that be a lateral move?
I don't think Pope's leaving BYU.
But which is the bigger job in the state?
I probably Utah because of the Pac-12.
Oh yeah, because of the conference. Okay.
And Utah has a ton of cash too.
Okay.
They got the Huntsmans.
Oh right, the Huntsmans, right? Oh okay.
Oh yeah, and they have.
He was the governor, right? He ran for president a couple times.
Yeah. Good friends with that family.
Oh, look at you.
We all went to high school together.
Oh wow. Look at you. You could have been like a chief of staff.
Oh, I tried to date the daughters. I tried, but
Abby? Was it one Abby?
They have
Abby
they
Huntsman.
have-
Oh, they
they have
tons of
tons,
gotcha.
tons,
Tons of kids.
tons.
Gotcha.
You should see their home. My God.
Oh, I can imagine. It's just insane.
But no, I'd say Utah's probably the better job just because of the conference and Utah was in the Sweet 16 5-6 years ago.
No, they were when they had Kuzma.
Yeah, Kuzma, Brandon Wright. They beat Duke.
There was 2 years there where I thought they were where he was going to build a monster program because they had something like 52 wins over 2 years.
Yeah,
and then it just fell apart.
It kind of just fell apart, and I think this is it's a good move.
Listen, they had to make a change.
Yeah.
Utah's got to get in the tournament. You haven't been there like in 4 or 5 years, so
I
it's
know.
like that's
It's very, very sad.
Richard Pitino got fired one day, gets a new gig the next day
Yeah,
at
he's going
New
to the
Mexico.
pit.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I love the pit.
I want to go to a game there. So, dude, back when Utah was in the Mountain West, that place would be rocking. No, I'd never been, but I've heard.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, it'll get underway tomorrow. First 4. Now, I don't have I didn't pick the first 4.
Any news on Virginia?
Yes. So right now, the 6 p.m. deadline came and went yesterday. There will be no replacement teams. Louisville was the number 1 team to get called in.
Okay.
The call did not come. Every team has arrived except for Virginia. Virginia is everything is going fine with them, but they had to go through the protocol. They need 7 negative test sessions before they can leave, and then I guess once they get to Indianapolis, they'll have to get 2 more negative sessions. The second session will be a mere hour before tip-off time, so it's going to be close. But as of now, there will be no. If something happens, there will be no replacement team. That door is shut. So Louisville, sorry, you're out. There's no teams that are backing out right now.
I want to go through our upset picks because there's a few that I'm like Wisconsin, UNC. I picked Wisconsin, but I feel like UNC's playing good right now.
All right, we're gonna do our upset picks coming up next. What time do we have? We got Austin Robillard coming up next. So we will do our upset picks a little bit later on. But Austin's coming up next. Going to talk a little bit of soccer. We got Omar Kelly coming up in the 9 a.m. hour as well. We have the debut of a brand new feature on this show in the 9 o'clock hour called The Confessional with Father Toast and Brother Marsh. All that good stuff coming up next, including the story of a Florida man and what he did with a pickle. This is OnsideRadio.com.
Onside Radio, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan.
There are those who dedicate themselves to a sense of honor, to a life of courage, and a commitment to something greater than themselves. They have always defended this nation and each other. They still do. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Hi, it's Olivia Munn with my shelter pets, Frankie and Chance. Say hi, guys. When I adopted them, I discovered that they both have incredible personalities. Chance's sole purpose in life is to love and to be loved. Frankie is a little bit of a scoundrel and always entertaining. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the Humane Society of the United States, and Maddie's Fund.
Weeknight, 6 to 7. Catch Game Night with Michael Christian. Listen to the show that provides the smorgasbord gamers love and sports fans desire. From breaking sports news to the latest in the gaming culture. Catch Game Night with Michael Christian from 6 to 7 p.m. exclusively at OnsideRadio.com.
Why was the basketball court all wet? Because the players kept dribbling on it.
The dad joke. Corny, groan-worthy, but also one of the simplest ways to share a moment with your kids.
What did the buffalo say when he dropped his son off for school? Bye, son.
So take a moment to make your kid laugh, because dad jokes rule. Make your kid laugh today. Go to fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Inter Miami CF, your official furniture and mattress store, is here. City Furniture is your #1 home source for the trends you want at the prices you'll love, including exclusive City Furniture collections, the widest selection of styles, affordable home accents, mattresses starting at just $99 and more. Create the home of your dreams fast with next-day delivery, plus get 60 months special financing with no down payment. Because City Furniture is here to make it easy so everyone can live life like this, visit cityfurniture.com.
These are unprecedented times, challenging how the YMCA works to strengthen community as we have for nearly 170 years. But we've always found ways to help people and communities in times of crisis. Right now, Ys across the country are providing emergency childcare, shelter, food programs, and outreach to seniors. But we can't do it alone. Whether you're connected to the Y or have a fond Y memory, we need you to stay with us. Reach out to your local Y today and stay with us for a better us.
keeping you informed in the world of sports. With an OnsideRadio.com sports update.
Good morning, Miami. I'm Marsh with your Onside Sports Morning Update. The Heat's win streak is up to 5 as they defeated the Cavaliers 113-98 last night. Jimmy Butler again led the way with 28 points. Miami is back at it tonight in Memphis, taking on the Grizzlies. Tip-off is at 9 o'clock. The Panthers go for their 5th straight win tonight as they host the Predators. And Dolphins news, Miami and free agent quarterback Jacoby Brissett have agreed to a 1-year deal. This is South Florida's new choice for local sports talk, OnsideRadio.com.
Welcome back to 4th and 20 with Toast and Marsh. To reach out to the boys, send a text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Here's Toast and Marsh.
8:33 Wednesday morning, 4th and 20. I'm Toast. He is Marsh. This is OnsideRadio.com. Make sure you are subscribing and viewing our YouTube and Twitch channels, which we just launched over the last week or so. Right now, I'm going to bring on someone that does a soccer show on this station every single week. It is the one and only host of Red Card Radio, Mr. Austin Robillard. Good morning, Austin. How are you?
Good morning, guys. Thanks for having me on again. I really, really appreciate it.
Oh,
Hope
we
you guys are doing well.
appreciate you coming on and talking a little soccer, because Lord knows I can't do that with Marsh because, you know, he's getting a little better. He's trying, but
I really am trying, I swear.
So let's start off with
when the season starts.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Marsh, We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you into it.
Yeah.
So before we get into international stuff, let's start with the local team, Inter Miami. So, Austin, going into this offseason, those of us that follow the team know that there was one specific area that needed some help, and that was the left back. And now, in the matter of a week, we have gone from not having any to having 2. After signing Jones, they go ahead, breaking news this morning, they have, I guess, come to an agreement with Kieran Gibbs, formerly of Arsenal, now of West Brom. And once the Premier League season ends, he's going to come on over also. Who's going to be the starter?
You're breaking the news to me about Kieran Gibbs.
Yeah. This is ESPN.
Wow.
It broke. It does 5:58 this morning. Has verbally agreed to join Inter Miami at the end of the season. It will be a 2.5-year deal. And, so we now have 2 left backs here, and I'm curious who's going to get the nod. Because I figured it was going to be Jones, but now I'm not sure.
All right, so here's the thing about this predicament. Once I wrap my head around the fact that we're going to get Kieran Gibbs at some point, I will get there. But the thing is with Jovan Jones that some people, I mean, if you follow MLS like super closely, you will kind of know this. And if you're a fan of the Trinidad and Tobago national team, you'll also know this. But he has the ability to move forward a lot. Mm-hmm. And he has been used as a winger. You can look at Breck Shea, for example. Breck Shea, we have no idea if he's a left back, a left mid, or a left winger. It could be the same thing with Jovan Jones. So if Kieran Gibbs comes and he's in shape, I don't remember the last time he's kicked a football in a professional game because West Brom haven't really been using him. But if Jovan Jones is able to move forward and they like his attacking ability, then I guess Kieran Gibbs is a starter if he's fit. For now, I don't think Kieran Gibbs would join till the summer. That's like the end of the season, right. They're saying.
Yep.
So it'll be a summertime thing. Let Jovan Jones take that for now and have Breck Shea or Patrick Seeger be the backup. And if Gibbs comes in fully fit, then, I mean, yeah, you have to play a guy, an ex-Arsenal, Premier League veteran at that position and let Jovan Jones kind of be a utility guy on the left side.
Well, and I'll tell you what, I obviously I haven't been watching a whole lot of West Brom this year, obviously, but I had no idea. He was the highest paid player on the team. He was making $70,000 a week.
Yeah.
Lord knows he's not going to make that here.
No, he won't make that here. This is why I was so down on the Gibbs signing, is because he was making so much money. There was no reason for him to have a buyout between, like, whether Inter Miami had to pay for it or West Brom had to pay for it to come here in the preseason. There's no reason for him to be like, yeah, I'm going to give up all of this money and just leave and come to Miami on an MLS salary. There's no reason for him to do that. That's why I was like, look, guys, this is not going to happen. And if it does happen, it's going to happen in the summer. And I guess now it's happening in the summer.
There we go.
Well, great 6 a.m. news. Great 6 a.m.
There you go. Nice.
Okay, so Austin, I'm reading some stats here, just trying to, get into the soccer stuff, and I wanted to get your take on this. So Miami is returning just 66% of their minutes played last season, which is second lowest in the MLS. Is that concerning to you, or is that kind of a step in the right direction for the club?
It's a step in the right direction. When you look at the people that left, this is by far a step in the right direction. Not to mention you have to look at the people who came in halfway through the season, as in Gonzalo Higuain, Blaise Matuidi, LGP. So they only were there for 50% of the minutes if they played every single game when they got here. You have, the likes of Rodolfo Pizarro, who missed a ton of time because of international break. You have, the only one that's probably been there the entire time was Lewis Morgan. But you've got out some of the guys that were okay, but didn't really, like the Will Traps, for example, or the Juan Agudelos, who played a ton of minutes but never really provided anything. And now you're bringing in guys like MLS veterans, as in Jovan Jones, and you have Gregore coming from Brazil. I mean, you've made a lot of upgrades at a lot of important positions. I don't think the return on minutes from, last year's roster, this roster is going to be that big of a deal. Plus, you have a brand new coach, so I'm not sure what that would have meant anyway if, maybe if Diego Alonso was still the coach and you are changing up his entire scheme all like out of nowhere, then yeah, it might be a little different. But with Phil Neville coming in, it was going to be like a brand new build anyway. So I think that it's going to be okay.
We're talking to Austin Robillard. He hosts Red Card Radio here on Onside Radio. Austin, from a depth standpoint, how much deeper is this team this year than they were last year?
It's actually not too deep. And the reason is because of the money situation. And I've done a couple of, depth chart kind of things, and I have it up in front of me right now. I think that the starting lineup has gotten a lot better in terms of quality, but behind that, I mean, you look at, 3 of your signings this year, or 4 of them actually came from Fort Lauderdale CF in your academy. So that hurts. Not hurts, but they can be good in the future. Just they're not MLS products right away. You know what I mean?
Right.
So there's guys like that came in. I mean, you traded for a guy at left back who had only played 3 MLS games. You have 2 of your other guys that were draft picks, and Josh Penn and Mavica. So I think the depth is not as it's probably on par with what last year was, but our starting lineup has gotten more quality, so you can take that as how you want it.
Okay, so I know Toast is really high on Phil Neville, but I wanted to get your take and kind of explain why Miami fans should be excited about him. Like, what's the biggest differences between the way that he coached compared to Alonso? So what are your takes on that?
Oh, you're going to get a lot more consistency out of Phil Neville, and that's something that fans were screaming for last year. I mean, I had no idea what Diego Alonso was going to do from game to game. I had no idea he was going to play a 3 at the back in the Nashville playoff game where we lost 3-0 and got completely dominated. Like, I had no idea what Alonso was going to do, and he never got a hold of this team in this locker room. And some players have came out and said, like AJ De La Garza, who was saying that there was communication issues last year, the English to Spanish language barrier, all of these kinds of things. You're not going to have that with Phil Neville. I don't think he's already. Michelle Coffin from the Miami Herald put out a great article yesterday with talking about Nico Figal and Phil Neville and their relationship and everything like that. And it just seems so communal. The whole entire team seems to back each other. Phil Neville does a good job going back and forth between English and Spanish. He's making the effort to connect to all of the players. That's good from a locker room standpoint, and from a tactical standpoint, like I said, the consistency. Phil Neville knows the style he wants to play. He knows exactly what he wants to do when it comes to what the players need to do on the field. He knows the formation. He knows how they want to press. He knows how they want to hold the ball. Diego Alonso, I never got a sense of what we needed to do and how we needed to do it, because I could never figure out what the plan was. The tactical stuff never just got through to the players, it seemed like, and it seemed like they were all running around trying to play for themselves, and there was never really a team effort in terms of the press or in terms of holding the ball. The passing was always, I'm not going to say shambolic, but it wasn't good. there was a lot of things there that went wrong. And as for Phil Neville, I think he can get a grip on this team and, get his tactical standpoint across the team really well, and it'll be consistent on a week-to-week basis and hopefully a lot better than last year.
All right, we'll get off of Inter Miami. The captain of the U.S. men's national team, Christian Pulisic, is having some issues. As often happens in soccer when a new coach comes in, sometimes you can all of a sudden find your playing time get reduced. And at Chelsea, he can't get on the field. And now there's talk about, is he going to move somewhere? Do you think he's going to get moved here in the summer? Do you think his future is still at Chelsea? Do you think he'll ever be able to bust into the lineup under Thomas Tuchel or not?
There's so much. This frustrates me because I love Pulisic. I love the U.S. men's national team. I'm super passionate about it. And when Tuchel came in, it seemed like he would love Pulisic. And he said that in multiple interviews. And he's gotten, I think 2 starts since Michael came in. It's not something that's, appealing. It's not great. But the thing is, for Pulisic, there's so much attacking talent and young attacking talent on this Chelsea side that I guess Tuchel is still exploring his options. And, he had a couple of injuries. Pulisic is minor ones. He also had a thing where he left the team due to family issues. And I guess he's still trying to get under his feet and become okay there. It's a weird situation. And I think Pulisic will know what's best for him come summertime, and he will force whatever he needs to do. Is it leaving? I'm not sure. And if he does leave, where do we really see him ending up? At a Bayern Munich where he has to, compete with more attacking talent, or does he go to
Liverpool? Liverpool replace Gini Wijnaldum.
If he goes to Liverpool, I can't have an American on Liverpool.
Why?
Okay?
Whoa! What are you talking about, Austin? Why can't you have an American on Liverpool?
I can't have an American. As a Manchester United fan.
Oh, shut up. I didn't know you were a Man United. You red devil bastard. I didn't know you were a Man United fan. We're going to have to talk about having you on every week now. I don't know if I can do this. I had no idea that you. Oh, stop.
I didn't know you were a Liverpool fan.
Oh, my God. No wonder you've got Neville's you-know-what in your mouth. Oh, good heavens to Betsy. Oh, my God. Freaking ole. Yeah. Oh, my God. Stop.
Well, we don't have to talk about ole. That's a whole different conversation.
All right, Austin, man. Thank you very much, bro. Good stuff. We will talk to you again next week, next Wednesday. Get the lowdown on Inter Miami and everything MLS and international soccer. Thank you, bro. Have a good week.
Thanks, Austin.
Yeah, thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Have a good one.
You got it, bro. Make sure you check out Red Card Radio with our guy there. Yeah, Austin Robillard. I can't believe he's a Man United fan.
Like those soccer questions?
I did very good. Look at you doing a little show prep. Impressive.
Well, whenever I see like a soccer guest, I get really nervous.
Hey, that's a good one.
And so
you had returning minutes. That was impressive. And look at you.
Yeah.
You can pull it off when you need to.
Yeah.
You can act it out.
I can. Hey, my dad always told me, fake it till you make it.
There you go. Great advice that everyone should take.
I've followed that for the last 26 years.
It will not lead you astray. You get the brutal honesty every day, noon until 3. Big O and the Onside Zone on your home for sports talk in South Florida. This is OnsideRadio.com.
You can send them a text at 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123.
Riddle me this. With all this sizzling meat and crunchy veggies nestled between toasty flatbread, who should get credit for Papa John's new papadilla? The person who invented pizza or the person who invented folding? Well, whoever it is, a tip of the tongue hat to you, sir or madam. Get a new papadilla, 4 flavors, just $6 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, better than a sandwich. Papa John's.
I was in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean when it happened. There was a sudden jolt and our submarine crashed on the seafloor. We were in total darkness.
That's Dr. Dejana Figuerella, a marine biologist and STEM teacher, talking about a deep sea dive she'll never forget.
It's funny, when I was a kid, I was afraid of the ocean, and there I was, 2 miles below the surface. But as a scientist, you prepare for that. Using our training and a little creativity, we fixed the sub and finished our experiments. The dive was just too important. Every dive gives us glimpses at things few people ever get to see. Glowing creatures, fiery undersea volcanoes. When we got back to the surface, I kissed the ground and called my mom, of course. But you know what? I wouldn't trade that dye for anything.
Dr. Figueroa uses her passion for STEM to discover new things and make the world a better place. She can STEM, so can you. Check out She Can STEM for more stories and inspiration. A message from the Ad Council.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List in the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDConstruction.com.
Listen to OnSideRadio.com anywhere by downloading the MyTuner Radio app in your app store. Or go to MyTunerRadio.com on your web browser. OnSideRadio.com. South Florida sports leader.
All right, class. Let's hear what everyone did this weekend. Jill?
Well, I raised my older sister to a big oak tree. It was at least 100 years old. My mom said I must have set a record or something. And then we went down by a stream and perched up on this huge rock and saw all of these little minnows swimming around way below us. And then I rescued my little brother from an evil slug king who was guarding him at the bush fortress. And my sister and I brought him back to our super twig fort for safety. And then we all laid out and told stories until it got dark. And the Big Dipper led us all the way home. Awesome. Where were you, Jill? Yeah. We went to the forest. It's not that far away. Anyone want to come this weekend?
Ask your parents to take you and your friends to the forest this week and find the fun, adventurous you. It's closer than you think. Check out discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
These are unprecedented times, challenging how the YMCA works to strengthen community as we have for nearly 170 years. But we've always found ways to help people and communities in times of crisis. Right now, Ys across the country are providing emergency childcare, shelter, food programs, and outreach to seniors. But we can't do it alone. Whether you're connected to the Y or have a fond Y memory, we need you to stay with us. Reach out to your local Y today and stay with us for a better us.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. Wounded Warrior Project was created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war, whether those scars are physical or mental. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
Big O for M&S Air Conditioning. You know, air quality in your home and business is more important than ever. That's why you've got to call M&S Air Conditioning and let them install a high-efficiency polarized air filter in your AC unit. Folks, it attracts, captures, and destroys biological contaminants to improve your air quality. With stellar customer service, answering your call from 7:30 a.m. till 9 o'clock p.m. For more info on high-efficiency air filters and their preventative maintenance plans, visit M&S Air Conditioning at ac-florida.com.
Let's get back to the 4th and 20 with Toast and Marsh. You can send them a text at 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Here's Toast and Marsh.
8:51, 4th and 20 Wednesday morning. I am Toast. He is Marsh. To those of you watching right now on Twitch and YouTube, hello. Follow, subscribe, please. We'd appreciate it.
Toast is the shadow.
It's like, oh, I'm a shadow because of the sun through the back. Don't worry, that'll all get fixed. End of the week, we're getting our shades installed. So next week, it'll be much better lighting in here.
I turned on YouTube yesterday just to see how I look in the camera. It's very close to me.
Yeah. You don't like
We do that on purpose.
Zoom in.
We do that on purpose.
Very
so zoom in, you can
close,
see all the imperfect, all the blackheads on your nose.
No. I'm wearing a mask. And I wash my face twice a day.
Twice a day. Look at you.
Very, very important to me.
All right, I think it's time that we do a little bit of news.
4th and 20 news.
Today we're going to start with a guy named Andy Nabil of Atlanta, Georgia. Less than a week ago, Andy was an only child. That all changed when he decided to use one of those services that check your DNA and family history. Previously, his father had told him that he was of mostly French and English ancestry, but the test came back heavily Irish. So he looked closer. Found that his mother was correctly identified, but his father was someone he'd never heard of. That's where Google came into the picture. Turns out his real father was a sperm donor. He also found a social media post with a picture of his donor dad with 15 of his siblings he didn't know about in Mexico. Digging deeper, he discovered there were 15 more out there for a grand total of 31 siblings. Andy is the second oldest of the bunch. Obviously, his parents knew about the baby batter donor donation, but decided it wasn't worth telling him prior to the DNA test, leading to an exciting couple of days. During that time, he joined a group chat with his newfound family and has vowed to join them all during their next vacation trip. Imagine finding out you had 30 brothers and sisters.
I'd be so happy.
You would be, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I'd be in hell. I'd be, oh my God, I have to learn their names?
Yeah, I'd be happy.
Oh, all right. Check this out. You all about life hacks?
What?
Life hacks.
Sure.
Oh, do you know what a life hack is?
Yes.
Okay. TikToker Amy Whoa has shared a life hack with her 11.7 million followers that she says will change your life. Apparently, you've all been pooping wrong and not making the best use of your toilet time. Her suggestion, sit on the can backwards. Put a tablet on top of the toilet tank for entertainment and use the rest of the space for snacking. On the toilet.
That's
yes,
disgusting.
snacking on the toilet.
It's disgusting.
Obviously, there are issues here with hygiene and E. coli risk, and there's other unforeseen risks that can happen. If you're leaning a bit too far forward, you could have a blowout that misses the toilet.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
How long? Yeah. How long
So-
are you on the toilet? Like it's okay.
And then, you're gonna eat a meal there, bring a plate
Yeah,
with utensils and a setup up there, and you're eating like a filet mignon on the toilet while
Oh,
you're
a
taking a
steak dinner
dump.
would be so good.
A what? A steak
dinner, yes.
While you're dumping?
Yes.
What do you mean? Oh God, Sean!
It's like a one-stop shop.
No.
That's gross. Ewy.
Oh,
In
I
and
don't
out,
want-
in and out.
No, I don't want to eat anything in the
I'm in there, in and out.
Yeah.
I wanna
Maybe
be-
I'm reading a magazine. I'm on my phone looking at news stories,
Yeah.
little show prep, but I'm not eating a meal.
You won't even have to get up to go to the bathroom
Dude,
for a
I
movie
won't-
anymore. You
I
can just
won't-
watch the whole movie right there.
Yeah, but that's not comfy.
Yeah, I wouldn't even eat a candy bar while I'm sitting there, or like a potato chip. No, nothing. No eating while you're on the can.
You guys don't live.
Okay. Okay. Finally, last story. A pantless Florida man was arrested yesterday after police spotted him pleasuring himself with a pickle while on a private premise. Responding to a suspicious person call around 4 p.m., a cop saw Eric, 47, lying on his back in front of a townhouse in Oldsmar near the Tampa Bay area.
This damn state.
This guy was unencumbered by pants or underwear. He had his you-know-what in one hand and a large uneaten pickle in his other hand.
Oh.
The cop said he was using the pickle to penetrate his you-know-what while he was doing you-know-what. All in someone's front lawn. He was arrested on a misdemeanor exposure of sexual organs charge.
Put him away for life.
He is being held at Pinellas County Jail, $150 bond. You might. His address is listed at the Flying Cloud Mobile Home Park in Tampa. He has prior convictions for theft, disorderly conduct.
Oh.
Jail records note he has a tattoo on his arm that says, "Only God can judge me."
Oh, yeah.
Bro,
that's a good excuse.
You were violating yourself with a pickle.
I hate people.
Let me tell you something, bro. What do you do if you're the cop? You're the cop. You drive up, lights are on, you got a 911 call, you show up, and there's a guy on the front lawn of someone's house, butt-ass naked, with his wanker in one hand and sodomizing himself with a pickle in the other. At that point, you're just like, you go home, right? You're like, I'm not, you're not cuffing him. You're not cuffing him.
No.
You're not touching the guy.
Call for
Dude,
backup.
come on.
Right?
Like, what are you doing?
I mean,
like, why?
And the person whose house this was, you have
Petrified.
You have to film it.
No.
Put it on social.
No.
You have a guy doing that on your front lawn?
Well, I'm not
How do you
filming
not
that.
document
Hopefully
that?
you got the ring.
No.
Yeah, how do you not
I'm calling the
document that?
cops, and I am locking my doors and getting
Let me ask you a
gun.
question. Let me ask you a question. That's your house. You see that happen, you don't film it. Okay, fine. You don't film it, but you're horrified. You ever eat a pickle again?
I don't eat pickles now.
I love a half sour. I had one the other day. I don't know if I saw that if I could ever eat a pickle again.
Yeah, if I were a pickle man, I eat fried pickles.
I don't know if I could ever eat a pickle.
Fried pickles are so
Knowing
good.
that I saw a man doing that with a pickle?
Yeah,
I couldn't. I've never seen a pickle in porn. I've seen cucumbers, never a pickle. I would think that
What are you watching?
What kind of porn are you watching?
You've never seen food porn before?
No.
You've never seen porn? Oh, well, you're so sheltered, Marsh.
I'm not sheltered.
Sean, you're telling me you've never seen a porn movie that had a girl with like a cucumber?
No, I get past those. Man. I don't stop with anything with a cucumber.
Yeah,
I don't stop. I don't search it.
Nothing I'm going to eat.
I stumbled
watch.
across it once. You know, I didn't turn it off immediately.
Yeah, that's it.
I was curious. I was like, oh, look at that. Multi-use for produce. There you go.
You started liking vegetables, didn't you?
I'm just saying, there are things young boys learn in life, and that was the moment I learned that you could use a cucumber to do different things to yourself besides eating a salad. You can now listen to Onside Radio anywhere. Just subscribe to the 4th and 20 podcast. Or just go to OnsideRadio.com.
Onside Radio, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan.
Papa, why can't we telegraph while riding a horse? Son, there ain't no one to blame but Jeffro. He was riding old Betsy the Stallion, tip-tapping away at his telegraph, when blam! Ran right into the side of the saloon. Well, if Jeffro can't do it, neither should you. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Okay, men. This is your time. Maybe you didn't choose this, but you're here now. You're gonna go out there and be an all-star caregiver. It's up to you. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna go grocery shopping, cook, clean, be there emotionally and physically. You gotta dig deeper. Drive them to physical therapy, doctor's appointments. Don't you forget about the pharmacy. I know you won't, because that's what caregivers do. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. This is your time to show the world, your family, and yourself that you're tougher than tough. Now go out there and be the best caregiver this world has ever seen. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
You're listening to the home of Inter Miami CF.
His strike is a decent one. It's fired into the top right corner. Gonzalo Higuain opens his account for Inter Miami.
OnsideRadio.com, where the passion for La Rosa Negra runs deep.
Okay, forest animals, today is a new day. Kids are coming to the forest, and it's up to us to make their visit a good one. Sparrow.
Yes?
Have you practiced the most popular bird songs for the year?
Of course.
Catchy. I like it. Okay, River.
Dude.
How's the temperature?
It's a refreshing 52 degrees, man. Perfect for a little riverside shoeless relaxation.
Ah, good. Owl, you here? Course. Who's asking? I am. Look, you know the drill. Sleep during the day, scare the kids at night. Perfect. I love my job. Oak Tree?
What's up?
Still in the same place I left you last year. That's what I like. Consistency.
Well, it's not like I'm going anywhere for the next couple hundred years.
I know. I love it. Turtle. Turtle.
He's not here yet, man.
He's late every morning. You'd think you would have learned by now to leave the night before our meetings. Okay. Squirrel. Has anybody seen Mr. Squirrel?
The forest has been preparing just for you. Visit a forest near you today. To learn more about cool things to do in the forest, visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Let's be honest. The National Symphony may not be in his future, but he wanted to try violin. So you said yes because you love him. And if you love him that much, love him enough to make sure he's buckled up and in the back seat. Find out more about keeping your kids safe in your vehicle at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat. Show him you love him. Keep him safe. Visit nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Hey
it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDConstruction.com.
Welcome back to 4th and 20.
What day is it today?
It's Wednesday.
Is it? Actually, it's Wednesday.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Hump day.
Why do you call it?
Hump day.
Because.
But halfway there.
Where?
Till the weekend.
The weekend.
Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Till then, let's get back to work.
Let's get back to work.
Let's go.
Oh, goody. We're on. It's showtime.
Here's Toast and Marsh.
9:03. 4th and 20 on Onside Radio. Happy Wednesday morning. I am Toasty as Marsh. We have Omar Kelly coming up next segment at 9:20. Talk some NFL free agency. See what he thinks of the Dolphins' moves so far, what he thinks of the moves that haven't been made so far. Where do you think Deshaun Watson's going to go?
Yeah.
But before we get into that, do a little tournament action?
Yeah.
Little tournament talk?
Sorry, I was looking at the Notre Dame highlights from a few years ago.
So you wanted to discuss the upsets.
Yeah.
The upsets that we both have going on. So I'll start in the West. My big upset in the West. Okay, so wow, I did do that. Okay, so I have Ohio knocking off Virginia.
Ooh.
And I have, that's my big one in the West.
Okay.
A 13 beating a 4. Then in the East, I have Iona beating Alabama, a 15 beating a 2. And I have Georgetown beating Colorado.
I got that one.
A 12 beating a 5. Then in the Midwest, my big upset there in the first round, at least, would be I got Oregon State beating Tennessee. And I have...
Really?
Yeah.
I got Tennessee in my Elite 8.
Oh, there you go.
Sweet 16.
Sure. So that's my biggest one there. But of course, I have Loyola Chicago beating Illinois in the second round. Of that bracket.
Sister Jean's going to the game.
I know, she all vaccinated and everything.
101 years
101, you go, girl. Absolutely. So there's no way she can show up and they lose a game.
Nope.
And then in the South, do I have a big? Oh yeah, I got Winthrop beating Villanova.
What?
Everyone else does as well.
Why?
Because their best player is hurt and he's not playing, and they've lost 4 or 5 in a row since he got hurt.
Is he out for the tournament?
Oh yeah, he's out for the season, bro.
Okay,
he's
I gotta rearrange my.
Outski.
I gotta rearrange. My
I got Vatech beating Florida, but that's not a big upset. So it's 10 beating a 7.
Okay.
So yeah, those are my big boys right there. How about you?
All right, I have Wichita, the winner of Wichita State and Drake beating USC. 11 beating a 6.
I got USC going to the Final 8.
Really?
Yep.
I'm not. I don't like USC.
Damn, it's like the best. Andy Enfield's done a great job.
I got Georgetown beating Colorado.
Okay.
I have Rutgers beating Clemson. I kind of want to take Syracuse to beat SDSU, but
stop with Syracuse. Syracuse sucks.
I do have Georgia Tech beating Loyola Chicago. I will say that.
Right. Pissing off Sister Jean, sending her to her grave.
Vatech over the Gators. Utah State over Texas Tech. Go Aggies. And it's not what do you think about North Carolina, Wisconsin? I don't know.
I think North Carolina wins that game.
Yeah, I'm changing my bracket.
North Carolina's playing good right now, and they have better talent, recruited talent than Wisconsin, so that's why I'm going with North Carolina in that game.
Okay, yeah.
Wisconsin just plays friggin' ugly basketball.
So I just changed up my bracket because of the Villanova news that I didn't know.
Uh-huh.
I have them beating Winthrop, but I have them losing to Purdue. That's good. I'm comfortable with that.
And your Final Four again is
Baylor, Illinois, Kansas, Alabama.
Kansas. And Alabama.
See, the thing is, I overthink this.
Yeah, Alabama. Dude, Alabama.
How good is Iowa?
Iowa possibly has the best offense in the tourney in terms of just running up and down and scoring. They don't play defense. That's your issue with Iowa. That's why I have them losing to USC. I like USC, dude. I like what Andy Enfield's done. They had a great season this year and last year. Like I like what he's building there.
Modern day.
Florida Gulf Coast guy, back when it was
Jam City.
Jam City.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's a good time. Good time to be a sports fan. It really
It's the best
is.
time. Listen, I ran into a sports fan that was bitching about the amount of college basketball that was on TV.
I can understand not watching it. Why bitch?
Just because, why is it got to be college basketball on everywhere?
Why can't it be? Why can't it be?
I'm not talking about you, Dono. This is someone else.
It's always about Dono.
It's always about Dono. No,
love
not
Dono.
this time. Not this time. It was somebody else.
Can we have Dono on and talk some Canes sometime?
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you want to talk to Dono?
Because I like
I talk to Dono. It's about food.
Yeah, we talked to Dono about food.
Canes and food, my two favorite things.
Well, you're supposed to be the guy that talks about the Canes, or you haven't even talked about spring practice yet.
What are you talking about? It's been in my notes. I'm so happy right now. We finally have football.
So they did the press conferences yesterday.
Yep.
What's your biggest take? It's been 2 practices.
Yep.
What's your biggest takeaway so far?
That Tyler Van Dyke, it seems that he is doing well. He's getting most of the 1 reps, the majority of them. He was one of the 4 players we talked to yesterday. We talked to him, Corey Flagg, Don Chaney, who's squatting 555 pounds right now. And we also talked to your boy Jafari Harvey.
Yeah, who is nice and lean. And listen, obviously the weight program is working wonders for all of them.
Bro, he's up to 250.
Let me ask you this question.
Like 4% body fat.
All these guys talking about how the weight program is doing great work for them.
Yeah.
Except for 2 guys. How the hell? Seriously. How the hell?
How have they not gained weight?
How can 6 and 8 have been in this program now for 3 and 4 years, respectively?
4. This is their 4th off season,
and they haven't gained a pound.
It's mind-boggling.
They don't care, bro. Like, I'll tell you what. I understand Pope was a 5-star. Dude, he just thought, I'm a 5-star. I don't have to try. I'm just gonna make it just because of my God-given ability. Wrong.
Bro, you
Wrong.
see pictures of Michael Redding and Keyshawn Smith? They already make Pope and Wiggins look like they're juniors in high school.
Yeah. Dude,
I don't get it.
I don't know. I don't think there's any reason to see 6 and 8 on the field this year. There's no reason to see them on the field.
I think Pope is going to be one of the starters. I don't want that to happen. I don't want it to happen, but I just think it's going to happen.
Well, that is insane.
And I think that and I'm hearing a lot of good. I mean, we talked to Manny also yesterday.
If Pope is starting, that means we don't have 3 wide receivers. That's what that means.
We have 2 wide receivers right now. We don't have a 3rd.
We have 2 wide receivers, one of which led the nation in drops last year.
I'm hearing good things about Charleston Rambo.
I got you,
really
but I'm just saying.
Things.
Last year he led the nation in drops, right?
Yeah.
So, listen. I hope he's better, but I'm not going to go all in with blind faith.
Oh
no! Because I see his stats from last year, I'm like, well, there's a slight red flag there.
As long as he's not the number 1 guy,
right?
I'm excited.
All right.
That's why I don't think he succeeded his last year at Oklahoma.
I got issues just with last year we had this situation with Harley where he comes out midseason, we weren't staying late after practice, we weren't doing the extra things. And then you have, Amari Carter now this year saying, things that were acceptable in the past are no longer acceptable to us. Here's my issue.
That pisses me off.
Here's my issue. Where's the coaching staff? To Rob Likens, last year, when your wide receivers aren't performing during games, and then they're not staying late at practice and working the jugs machine, how do you not say anything to them? How do you not call them out on that?
Mm-hmm.
You let them figure it out on themselves, and then it happens with Amari Carter. Oh, things that we used to get away with. Why were you allowed to get away with those things? You haven't won anything. It's not like you had a history of winning ACC Coastal Division championships. You hadn't won anything.
Mari's won one.
Because you've been there long enough. But
I'm
just serious. How is Manny,
those are the quotes, and people wonder why we keep losing.
How is that? Is that mindset, Manny, allowed to just continue without it being corrected by the coaching staff?
And that's why people get mad at me because I predict 8-4. That's why. That is why. It's not the lack of talent, guys. I know we have talent. We always have talent.
We have talent to win this division going away. Maybe get challenged by UNC.
Talented
Talent's
players
not
and
the issue.
good players are two different things.
Developing them. All right, we just talked about 6 and 8. 4 years, haven't gained a pound. Have they developed at all? Have they brought anything new to the table, improved on anything since their freshman year.
Is Mark Pope a better receiver now than he was when he stepped on the
field? Is he better now than he was in high school? Senior high school. I mean, that's so 4 years with a 5-star, and he's the same, if not worse. So that's the issue, man. It's not the recruiting. It's what you do once they get here.
That's what, yeah.
And if these players have this mindset of, oh, what is going to be handed to me, and it's not corrected, if you're not correcting it the minute you see it, that's how
coaching,
you correct
man.
behavior, bro. That's coaching. If a kid has the wrong mindset, is going at it the wrong way, you got to smack him on the side of the head and correct that. You can't let that fester for a year and a half, for 2 years. I mean, Harley's a senior. He just figured that out last year that you had to stay extra and work the jugs machine. Oh, these are the thing. These are the reasons why a segment of our fan base, like myself, have issues with this coaching staff. Not because of the recruiting, not because we think they're bad people, but because we don't think they do their job very well.
And if you don't, have somewhat of a problem with the coaching staff, then you are a delusional idiot. I'm sorry, that's just how I feel. I'm very excited about this upcoming season. I'm also very, very cautiously optimistic.
Oh, I am excited and I'm terrified at the same time.
100%.
I'm excited because I see the talent. I like the fact that Manny's calling the defense. I'm terrified because our 2 weakest positions have brand new coaches who have never coached a day in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
In their lives.
And we don't have more than one receiver.
Yeah. So that's it.
We're just,
bro.
We're in that. It's such an annoying phase where we have some of these guys that have been there for so long, but they're just.
Listen, if you're telling me that Smith and Redding can't beat out Pope and Wiggins, and then if you're telling me that the 3 true freshmen can't push them as well, just stop, bro. Then maybe Rob Lakins ain't all that we're talking. Everyone's raving about him. They all say he's a great wide receivers coach. Well, you know what? I better see something this year because you may be everyone's talking great about you. I'm not seeing it from your players.
I just want to know what the difference was at Arizona State compared to here.
I don't know. I don't know what it was.
Maybe it's because players there gave a damn.
Maybe they had a different attitude. You're right. I have no idea.
I'm sorry, but I really do think that's a lot of the reason.
What I know is that for a coach that gets wide praise, both in and out of the program, for being very good at his job, his crew of guys have shown us nothing in the 2 years that he's been here. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
They've been a massive disappointment. So it better change this year. And in my mind, it doesn't change if 6 and 8 are out. If we're seeing them on the field a lot, we're screwed. We're screwed. There's no way we can depend on them.
I know. That's what I've been telling people. They're saying, "Oh, this is finally." Bro, I swear to God, if for the last 3 years I've heard the same lie say, "Oh, this is the year for Pope," and I'm saying, I'm telling him, like, why? Why do you think that? What gives you the reason to think that Mark Pope, this is finally the year for him? What he hasn't done anything. Oh, stop saying these lies. Just be honest with yourselves. Good Lord.
It's 6, it's 8, and then you got the number 3. You got Peyton.
Oh,
what about Peyton?
Oh God, I don't even.
What about Jeremiah?
Manny was talking about him yesterday.
He did talk about him yesterday. They're always saying that he's gonna make the jump. He's gonna make the jump.
Yeah, we're just waiting on him to make the jump. We're
like
waiting
6 and 8. Waiting on them also.
Waiting on Gervin Hall to make the jump.
Oh, my God.
Waiting on DJ Ivy to make the jump.
We're going to talk with Omar Kelly coming up next.
We're making the jump to Omar.
Talking a little Dolphins football, some free agency, get his take on everything. It's all coming up next on OnSideRadio.com.
You can send them a text at 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123.
Let's raise a cup to the first among us who put themselves last. To the risk takers, the mask makers, the heroes on the front line and online. To the ones keeping shelves full and keeping us hopeful. To those who don't stop and those making all the stops. To the ones who pick up, suit up, and never let us down. From all of us at Duncan to all the heroes keeping everyone running, we thank you.
Hello, Inter Miami CF fans!
Download the Drink AR app and play inside a first-of-its-kind virtual soccer stadium, hosted by Bodega Trevento and Inter Miami CF, and celebrate your passion for soccer from the comfort of your own home. Find the download links on our Instagram account at Treventus and get our wines delivered straight to your home with a discount for all Inter Miami CF fans. Discover Trevento, a shared passion.
If you missed the J-Rod experience, then you missed this.
I think they're trying to do it the right way with Derek Jr.
The fighting spirit of the Marine Corps is born of battles won. Battles won within, over enemies of fear, enemies of doubt. It's who we are. It's what we do. It's a promise made to you for more than 2 centuries. A promise of the Marines.
For over 20 years, Mr. Glass has been committed to the safety and satisfaction of our clients. Our products are the culmination of innovative engineering, aesthetic appeal, and the highest levels of quality. Through our legacy, Mr. Glass strives to impart the true meaning of quality, service, and sustainability to new generations. Reputation, experience, and trust is why clients choose Mr. Glass. Live the future now. Locate a dealer near you today.
Brace yourself. You might not hear what you want. You can always expect Omar to keep it real, whether you like it or not. It's time for the EJDconstruction.com Miami Dolphins report with Sun Sentinel writer Omar Kelly. EJD is your one-stop shop, custom home builder, and general contractor for residential construction. Call them 305-433-4843. Find them on Facebook at EJD Construction. Here's Omar Kelly with your Miami Dolphins report segment.
9:19 Wednesday morning. This is 4th and 20. I'm Toast. He is Marsh. We are going to go to the phones now where we bring on one of our favorite people from the Sun Sentinel, talk some Dolphins, so talk some free agency. He is Mr. Omar Kelly. Good morning, Omar. How are you?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing?
We're doing good, man. Before we get into the business stuff, you were a recent girl dad. How's it going, man? How much you loving this?
I'm loving it. I think even if I was a boy dad again, I do have a 19-year-old son. I'm loving it. It's I don't know if your heart can melt when she makes certain looks at you.
That is spectacular. All right, man. So, Omar, it all started turning up the last 48 hours. They've been very exciting with the salary cap contracting. That led to a lot more players getting cut that normally wouldn't have gotten cut. So it just meant that this is going to be a really exciting free agency period.
I still think we still haven't seen the majority of the purges. There are about 5 teams in the NFL which are still upside down when the new league year starts. Upside down in terms of they don't have enough they have more contracts that need to be restructured or more purging needs to be done, as opposed to those who basically are basically in the black. I think that's the financial term that you could use, in the black, where profit is. Yeah, there are about 5 teams that's in the red that still needs to cut. A lot of teams don't even have the cap space right now to sign their rookie class. Obviously, they won't worry about that till a little bit later. But for instance, to give you an example, the Dolphins need nearly $11 million to basically sign cap space to sign their rookie class. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens today. There's got to be, today by 4 p.m., there's got to be a lot of bloodshed.
Okay, so Omar, obviously, the AFC East is maybe, changing a little bit back to, I'm not going to say the Patriots are going to be the contender in no way, but they have made a splash in free agency the last 2 days. Are you surprised at how many moves New England has made so far?
I am a little bit surprised. They're one of the 5 teams with a significant amount of cap space. Clearly, they're trying to use that cap space, giving out big contracts. And that, just because you're giving out big contracts and you're active doesn't necessarily mean that it's a good thing for your franchise, especially long term. Perfect example of this is Gottschall. While we've seen Gottschall as a starter for 4 years, I don't think there's anybody, in this conversation or into your listenership who will say Gottschalk is an $8 million a year player. While he's a decent piece and he's been a 4-year starter with the Dolphins, when he was removed from the starting defensive line, that's when the Dolphins' run defense began to tighten. Raekwon Davis started emerging, got those snaps that Raekwon wasn't, that basically Gottschalk was getting. And the defense, they dropped the yards per carry average by, I think it's 0.3. Throughout the season, they just got drastically better. And so I don't think there's really going to be an issue in terms of Raekwon leaving. But in terms of the Patriots spending, they're spending a ridiculous amount of money. I don't necessarily believe they're spending it wisely. And they're doing exactly what the Dolphins have done for the past decade, which is spend big to compensate for your draft misses.
So, we're talking to Omar Kelly from the Sun Sentinel. And while the Patriots are doing that, Dolphins have plenty of cap room, and they are standing pat. They did sign Jacoby Brissett as a backup quarterback yesterday. Also Malcolm Brown from the Los Angeles Rams. Do you like those moves, Omar? And do you see any big move on the horizon for them?
I think the moves are okay. I'm not going to sit here and say that I like those moves. Jacoby Brissett is a decent backup. He's competent. I think if he's put into action, he can get the job done. But I honestly think that your $7.5 million is a little bit too expensive for a backup quarterback. And I really feel like the money could have been used better elsewhere, especially if you would have drafted a young quarterback, maybe in the third or fourth round. I felt that benefited your franchise a little bit more. Malcolm Brown is decent. Probably wouldn't be the running back that I signed, but then again, I don't know what the contract is as of yet. So it'll be interesting to see what the money that they've used. I feel like they've used more money than I would have hoped that they would use before the league year starts, because there's still a lot of players that are going to be out there. The second tier guys are going to be able to be signed at a very respectable rate. And I want Miami to wait and be able to use that money on players who are going to be recently released, like Rodney Hudson, as opposed to going out there and spending big on free agents like a David Andrews. Just be patient. Wait till you see what comes free, and then you make your educated decisions.
Okay, so Omar, last week the Dolphins made a trade for Isaiah Wilson, offensive lineman, former first-round pick just last year. He's had some problems off the field. How do you think he's going to fit in with the Dolphins, and how do you see him playing out here?
Very talented player. He was a first-round pick for a reason. I remember going back to my notes on the draft on the offensive lineman, because obviously I had to scout and evaluate the offensive line extensively. I had him rated better than Austin Jackson. So did a lot of people. Now he's a right tackle only, so that obviously limits what he can do, and maybe he can flip to the left side. But he's got so much off-field issues and such a he was basically manic last season with Tennessee Titans, to the point where they feel like they have to move him, and there's no future with him. The question is, can Miami reach him? And is this an environment that's a little bit too dangerous for the young man? Now, fortunately for Miami, because of his arrest for DUI back in September, Dolphins can waive him at any point. So could the Texans. And basically, they wouldn't suffer that much cap hit. It's okay, but the majority of the cap hit is taken by the Tennessee Titans. But they don't have to honor the final 3 years on that rookie deal. So it gives you basically a relatively cheap backup, upside, and potential to be a starter. The question is, can he get his life straightened out, and can he do it in Miami?
Talking to Omar Kelly from the Sun Sentinel. So the last 48 hours have been very exciting, Omar. All the moves that have been made, what does that tell you about what's going to happen with Deshaun Watson? Any teams now out of the play for him because of signings that they've made? How do you think that now is moving forward?
I don't think it changes much. And I think that when the Texans finally do decide that Deshaun Watson's going to be on the trade block, I think they're going to get the largest trade offers in NFL history for him, something the equivalent of 3 or maybe 4 first-round picks. And I think the teams that are still in play, the Jets, the Dolphins, probably the 49ers, are still in play. Nothing has changed. Now, if we're talking about the draft, really, I don't know if it's going to get done until the draft day. A draft is when Miami has its most collateral. They have all the pieces maybe that the Texans want. The question is, can Texans are they committed to keeping Watson even if he decides to sit out the season? And I think the signing of Tyrod Taylor basically says yes.
Okay. So obviously, there's a few Dolphins fans really want this team to go after a wide receiver in free agency, and I know we've talked with you about that. Me and Toast are really big on Curtis Samuel over in Carolina. What are your thoughts on him? And do you think? So I'm guessing you're not a big Curtis Samuel guy.
No, I'm not, and I really don't think he's a slot receiver, a gimmick weapon. I don't think he's emerged as a player that's that much of a difference maker to me. Here's the thing about I don't get about Dolphin fans and their understanding of what's going on. Receiver happens to be the deepest position in this draft, and not just receiver, but specifically the type of receiver that the Dolphins need, which is a rack receiver, a run-after-catch receiver. Deepest position. There might be 10 in this draft that can go right ahead and have an impact on your franchise right away. I'll give you a perfect example of why I think Dolphin fans are getting this wrong. Nelson Aguilar signed. He's basically the big receiver that signed a deal. The Patriots are paying him $11 million a season. Let me ask you this question: is Nelson Aguilar and Devontae Parker, are they on the same level?
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
Both disappointing.
Okay.
Both disappointing.
Okay. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, Nelson Aguilar is making $11 million this season. Devontae Parker signed. This is the heaviest his contract will be. Is making $8.7 million this season, and then for the next 2 years, Devontae Parker is making less than $6 million. 5 and change, and then 5 and change in 2023. So, if I have Devontae Parker signed for the next 3 years at $21 million, why? And I'm paying him basically 21 divided by 3 by what, $7 million a season. Why am I going to sign Nelson Aguilar or a player of that type for $11 million a season?
Okay.
It just doesn't make any sense. And I could tell you right now, I don't think the receiver is such a desperate, drastic need as most Dolphin fans. And the reason I could say that is because I've seen Preston Williams play well during training camp. He made Byron Jones look like he was an undrafted rookie all training camp last year. Kid's talented. Lynn Bowden Jr. is talented. You saw that. Mike Gesicki is a pseudo receiver. He's not really a tight end. So that gives you 3 weapons right there that that can be playmakers for your team. Devontae Parker, Preston Williams, Mike Gesicki, 4 if we're going to count Lynn Bowden Jr. While I think adding a receiver is nice and important and beneficial, I don't necessarily think it's as important to address as pass rusher or edge player is. And the reason why I don't think it's as important to address is because there are a lot of receivers in this draft that can do what you need to do. There aren't a lot of edge rushers in this draft that can do what you need to do. And not only that, but there aren't that many edge rushes, but then there aren't that many scheme fits for the Dolphins. If let's say the Dolphins have $8 million left to spend, which is basically what I'm estimating, my point to you is instead of spending that on a receiver, you better spend that on an edge rusher. Otherwise, you're going to have an issue because if you haven't noticed, you got rid of Shaq Lawson, you got rid of Kyle Van Noy. Those are your 2 starting edge players, along with Andrew Van Ginkel. And yes, you signed Vince Beagle, but now your starting edge players are Vince Beagle and Andrew Van Ginkel. Does that make you comfortable? Do you like that? Do you feel like that's going to take you where you need to go as an organization, as a defense? Do you feel like that's going to have you have a top 5 defense in the NFL? If the answer is no, then you need to continue to add edge pieces.
All right, Omar Kelly, good stuff as always. Have a great rest of the week, man, and we'll talk to you again soon. Thank you very much, Omar.
Thanks, Omar.
All right. Thank you.
All right, so coming up next, the debut of The Confessional with Father Toast and Brother Marsh.
This has been the EJDconstruction.com Miami Dolphins Report with Omar Kelly. From additions to home remodeling, call Eric at 305-433-4843. Count on a company that's an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. EJDconstruction.com.
With Make-A-Wish, the impossible becomes possible. A girl battling cancer can become a race car driver battling the course. The boy showing all the nurses his fire trucks can take the helm of a real one. Wishes can give kids with critical illnesses the strength to keep fighting, get better, and grow up.
Where there's a wish, there's a way.
Wishes need you. Visit Make-A-Wish at wish.org.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone? Taking pictures?
No, I'm asking it questions.
Like what?
Hey, Bobo, do flowers have best friends?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that. Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have best friends.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You can now watch Onside Radio daily by subscribing to our YouTube and Twitch channels. Search Onside Radio. Log on, subscribe, rate, and review Onside Radio on YouTube and Twitch. Watch Austin Robillard's hair grow by the minute. OnSideRadio.com. South Florida's home for real sports talk.
She's kind of a big deal. Some people like to say it's only because of how she looks. She sticks her tongue out a lot. But there's just something about her that makes people do crazy things, like get tattoos of her face, or wait in line for hours just to say hi. Lil Bub is a 2-year-old cat, an Instagram celebrity with a following bigger than some 90s television stars. And it all started because she was adopted. You can't buy a best friend like Lil Bub, but you can adopt one. Help us save them all at bestfriends.org.
I'm Ryan Seacrest. First responders are people who stand for a greater purpose. They will be there for you when nobody else is, to help you, your family, your community. This is their selfless promise. This is their sworn duty to protect, to serve, to help. They put themselves in harm's way for us. They come to the rescue at times when we need them most. First responders are making enormous personal sacrifices to keep showing up for us and fighting the good fight. Nearly 70% of all firefighters are volunteers. That means when they get injured or quarantined, they may not have a way to pay their rent or keep their family safe and fed. No matter who you are or where you live, when you call 911 and ask for help, first responders show up. Now, let's show up for the people who show up for us every day and every night.
Go to firstrcf.org and make a difference today.
Keeping you informed in the world of sports. With an OnSideRadio.com sports update.
Good morning, Miami. I'm Marsh with your Onside Sports Morning Update. The Heat's win streak is up to 5 as they defeated the Cavaliers 113-98 last night. Jimmy Butler again led the way with 28 points. Miami is back at it tonight in Memphis, taking on the Grizzlies. Tip-off is at 9 o'clock. The Panthers go for their 5th straight win tonight as they will host the Nashville Predators. And some Dolphins news yesterday. Miami and free agent quarterback Jacoby Brissett have agreed to a 1-year deal. This is South Florida's new choice for local sports talk, OnSideRadio.com.
Welcome back to 4th and 20 with Toast and Marsh. To reach out to the boys, send a text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Here's Toast and Marsh.
9:36. 4th and 20 with Toast and Marsh. Happy St. Patrick's Day. No St. Patty's Day music today, huh, Sean?
I'm not feeling the luck of the Irish today.
Fair enough. Fair enough. We are boycotting St. Patrick's Day here at Onside Radio.
I didn't get any green beer, so.
Oh, well, it's a little bit early. If you're drinking at 9:37, you have a problem. What do you say we open up the church doors and hit the confessional?
Sure.
This is The Confessional with Father Toast and Brother Marsh.
Ah, yes, it is. So, Marsh, what I have here is I have actual real-life confessions from people.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought this was going to be like our stories.
I am so happy this is the way this is going.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
You thought you were going to have to confess your sins?
Well, just like tell... well, okay, yeah, carry
it
on.
has nothing to do with us, bro.
Carry on.
Not putting our asses on the line like that. Are you kidding me? It's
was-
called self-preservation, bro.
I was very nervous.
So I have actual, real-life, anonymous confessions right here. And we'll decide, we'll discuss them, and we'll decide what sort of penance they should do.
Oh, my gosh.
Number 1, Dear Father Toast and Brother Marsh.
These are to us?
Oh, yeah.
What? Really? That's so cool.
I accidentally sent nude photos of myself to my son-in-law. That is...
Oh.
You need to flog yourself publicly. You can't. I mean, listen.
You can't. Wow.
You can't do that.
No,
you
cannot
can't.
do
You
it.
just
I
can't.
don't even know what a punishment is.
Well, I think that's punishment enough. The fact that you didn't have to see your son-in-law, and I'm sure he's looking at you all funny now.
Oh, that's going to be an awkward relationship.
Right? How is that in first family dinner?
Does the mom know?
Well, yeah, she's the one that just sent it to us.
Oh.
She sent nude photos of herself to her son-in-law.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was the dad.
No. This is the mom. Yeah. Probably went to send them to her husband and send it to the son-in-law. How do you make that mistake? Unless they both have the same first name. That's bad.
That's awkward tensions, maybe.
All right.
Like, if you're right, no?
Confession number 2.
I hate this music.
Dear Father... You don't like Gregorian chant?
I hate it.
Dear Father Toast and Brother Marsh, I have loud, fake conversations on the phone when I'm on a bus, etc., firing people, arranging liaisons, booking jets, or whatever, demanding explanations. It makes me sound really important. So she just has fake conversations on the phone when she's in public so that folks will think she has
I
more
do that
power than
all
she
the
has.
time.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Why?
If I don't want to talk to somebody.
You'll just pretend to have a phone conversation.
100%. I used to do that back in the day to pick up girls.
That would be...
And it worked.
Lying.
Yeah.
That is a sin.
I have repented.
Number 3, Dear Father Toast and Brother Marsh, I found out in my junior year of college that it is not normal to get completely naked to clean your bathroom. I stand by my family's weird choice, though. Just makes sense to do it that way and jump right into the shower. No.
Wait, what?
She cleans her her bathroom naked.
I love how this is a lot of girls.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's good.
That's really good.
I've never cleaned anything naked. Here's the thing: doing anything naked is bad outside of sex because
I don't like being.
Good.
I don't like being naked by myself.
No.
I just feel.
Especially if you walk by a mirror, catch a glimpse. Oh God, you bend over wrong.
Well, I like my body. But I'm not gonna go clean naked.
Okay,
I think that's a girl thing.
Okay, Brother Marsh. I like my body.
Yeah, I like my body. But I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying.
All right. My boyfriend, dear Father Toast and Brother Marsh, my boyfriend wants us to move in together when lockdown ends. But he's gluten intolerant and won't have bread at home. Pretty sure I love toast more. Well, I would agree with
Nice
you there.
play
I
on
mean,
words.
come on. Who doesn't love toast? It's the best of the breakfast foods.
Yeah, but he can still move in. She can have the bread.
But he's gluten intolerant. He doesn't keep bread in his house. She's moving in with him.
So she can just buy bread for herself.
But then is that disrespectful to him?
Yeah, but it won't kill him if he doesn't eat it.
He's been so used to not eating bread.
Well,
I think she's looking for it.
He's also probably not used to living with a girl either.
I believe she's looking for an excuse to not move in.
Oh, good on you.
If you're looking at bread, if toast, eating toast in the morning, if that's your excuse, then you don't want to move in with him.
No, you're just looking for excuses.
You're looking. And you know what? stay away because you don't want to get divorced because that's a sin.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5.
Oh, my gosh.
Dear Father Toast and Brother Marsh, years ago when I was in college, I overheard a Christian guy handing in a $5 bill he found in the laundry. Later, I claimed the money was mine and used it to buy a porn mag with a bird dressed up as a nun on the front cover.
What kind of porn mag is worth $5?
I guess back in the day, I don't know. Yeah, I guess that. I want to know what porn mag was putting a bird dressed up as a nun on the front cover. Is that erotic?
It's probably one of the lesser brands.
Yeah, not like a Playboy or a Hustler.
Yeah, those are the only two I know.
Yeah, there were other ones. So the problem was I'd walk into the CVS as a kid, Marsh, and behind the counter, you'd have them, but they would have these wrappers around them.
Yep.
So you could only see the name of the magazine, but none of the pictures.
Oh, I remember going to the gas stations as a kid. I'm like, what?
Right?
What is happening?
Yeah.
What world am I living in?
Never saw anyone ever ask the lady at CVS to grab one of those magazines. Ever. All right. Dear Father Toast and Brother Marsh, my entire resume is a fabrication. I had crap jobs for over 25 years, so one day I just wrote a completely fictitious resume and sent it off to some agencies. Did some basic reading, and am now a senior manager with a staff of 40 people.
That's awesome.
That is good for you.
You don't need to repent.
Listen, that means you're making money. Make sure you tithe, please.
Yeah.
Leave it in the
You're really
collection
tying
basket.
this in, huh?
Leave it in the collection basket for us.
Oh, my gosh. It's so bad.
Church needs some renovations.
Oh. Dear Father Toast and Brother Marsh, I'm a prison officer, and I love it when I can smell weed on the landings. It chills the aggressive little bastards out, and the smell takes me back to the great times I had getting stoned in the 90s.
Yeah. Okay.
Listen, man, if it makes your job easier, if it keeps the inmates chill,
give it to the prisoners.
Yeah. I've seen too many prison TV shows where there's chaos going on there, and if you could have a chill prison environment, that's winning for everybody.
Yes. Praise
to the Lord. Dear Father Toast and Brother Marsh, I got contact lenses purely so I could browse the internet during work Zoom meetings without the moving reflection in my glasses betraying me. I'm writing this during a Zoom meeting. Best purchase ever.
Oh.
I have no problem with that.
What are they? They're looking at.
So they're done a Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
But while the Zoom meeting is going on, they're scrolling other stuff on the web. But the glasses, you'd be able to see the reflection.
Yes.
But now with contacts, you can't. So now she can look at other stuff and just ignore the meeting.
It's great.
That's why you're doing it? Oh,
well,
look at that.
I'm blind.
Oh, okay. Dear Father Toast and Brother Marsh, I periodically tighten all the jars in the cupboard so I don't feel totally useless to my wife. That is... you... Wow. You are useless.
You are very useless.
That is not good. That is, if you're doing that little around the house, that this makes you feel like you've accomplished something,
you are useless.
You have sinned.
And
all right, final one. Dear Father Toast and Brother Marsh, as a kid, I stole my two-faced friend's Royal Rumble 2006 DVD. That it was missing bugged him for years. I kept it quiet until he was mean to me in 2018, sent him a selfie holding the DVD and blocked him. Bro, you are a vengeful son of a bitch. Like, dude, you held on to that thing for like 12 years.
That's funny. That's
for 12 years. The hate you have in your heart.
Who even remembers that? Like, who?
The hate oh, that's not good. That's a sin.
You're sinful.
Yeah, the hate you have too much hate in your heart, young man. You need to flog yourself in public.
And to use a pro wrestling DVD.
I know, Royal Rumble 2006. Who won that one, Sean?
Oh, right off the top of my head, it's got to be Shawn Michaels, probably.
I think it's probably Undertaker.
Or Stone Cold.
What about Cena?
Cena wasn't around in 2006. Dang it. It's not at that level. All right, so there you go.
That was good.
The first ever episode of The Confessional. Will there be a second?
Yeah, I think so.
Did we just book ourselves a one-way ticket to hell? All these questions will be answered next week on The Confessional Onside Radio.
Onside Radio, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List in the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
Ashiro's work is never done. You care for the house, the kids, and our future. We're so grateful for all you do. Now it's time to care for yourself and save a little more for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to boost your retirement savings now. Visit aceyourretirement.org today.
A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
ADHD. It's the child who can't pay attention or sit still in school, right? The answer may be yes. Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, or ADHD, can be complicated and it can last a lifetime. Living with a condition can sometimes be a challenge. It may take years to accept a formal diagnosis, and it's not always easy to find the right treatment plan. Did you know that up to 75% of children and adolescents with ADHD have at least one additional mental health condition that also requires a comprehensive approach to treatment? ADHD guidelines were recently updated to reflect the need to screen for associated disorders. Be sure to talk with your child's doctor about proper screening and visit moretoadhd.com for additional information. That's moretoadhd.com. This message has been brought to you in partnership with ADA, ACO, and CHAD.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something serious. I know you love me, I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Baseball fans will go deep into the count with Alex Aguirre and Christian Chase. Catch the show that talks Marlins and all the big stories in the major leagues. Saturday at 8 a.m., exclusively at OnSideRadio.com.
Hey, it's Big O. You know, air quality in your home or business is so important now, folks. That's why you've got to call M&S Air Conditioning. Let them install a high-efficiency polarized air filter in your AC unit that attracts, captures, and destroys biological contaminants to improve your air quality. M&S is always on call from 7:30 a.m. till 9 o'clock p.m. and, of course, emergency Sundays. Call for more info on high-efficiency air filters and their preventative maintenance plans. Visit M&S Air Conditioning at ac-florida.com.
A message to help keep you safe. If doctors told us today that we'd made a breakthrough on COVID-19, saving thousands of lives, we would rejoice. Finally, a good news day. We'd feel less afraid that our loved ones would be struck by the invisible enemy. We'd start to feel hope that we could live our lives again. Well, a mask does all that. We can help protect others by covering our noses and mouths, which is how the virus mainly spreads. Masks are a ticket to freedom, to be out in the world, to getting together, back to work, back to doing what we want. If doctors announced we could save lives today, we would grab that breakthrough with both hands. While we wait for a vaccine, grab the breakthrough that's already here. When we're out, it's masks on.
Brought to you by the Ad Council.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. Wounded Warrior Project was created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war, whether those scars are physical or mental. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
Welcome back to 4th and 20 with Toast and Marsh. To reach out to the boys, send a text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Here's Toast and Marsh.
$9.52, St. Patty's Day, 2021. I am Toast. He is Marsh. This is 4th and 20. We're getting out of here. Kai is coming up next. Good morning, Kai.
Good
Hi,
morning.
Kai.
Good morning. Hello. Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, you got your shot yesterday. Good job.
Very much did.
Nice, nice.
Next one's on April 13th. I'm extremely excited. It was like a sigh of relief. I can't lie. Like I almost started crying yesterday. Afterwards.
Whoa, you got emotional?
Yeah.
All right. Let us. I'm not going to touch that one.
Yeah.
Not going to cry when I get the shot, but okay.
You will.
No, I won't. No.
You'll get the feeling of relief.
No, you know
like
what it will
me,
be?
Like
it will be the dread of, oh my God, now I don't have an excuse to not leave the house anymore. Now when my wife says she wants to go somewhere, I can't say, well, no, there's a pandemic going on.
My big thing is I haven't seen, my nephew was born in July, and I haven't met him yet.
That's over.
So for me, it's like,
I'm sure he's not that cool.
He is. Love him.
I'm sure
I'm
he's
sure
so
he's
cute.
got a poor personality.
I love babies.
Oh my God, of course you do.
Children just
Of
make me,
course you
like-
do, Brother Marsh.
Anyway.
He's like, Marsh, and then we go to commercial. Marsh like, I gotta call my his father today or whatever, his priest or
Bishop.
whatever, bishop, yeah, his bishop, and apologize for taking part in the confessional. At least I got it right, his Brother Marsh.
Yeah, Brother Thomas.
Oh, Brother,
Yeah.
oh, so we'll have to change that for next week, Brother Thomas.
We
All right.
so we could stay with Brother Marsh.
Okay, so the Dolphins free agency is underway, and I think we all knew when we entered this that we wanted to see the Dolphins come out of this with help for Tua Tagovailoa, whether it be get a running back in there, get some wide receivers that are better than what we had. So 40 hours in, no moves have been made in terms of wide receiver for Tua. How do we feel about that? Are we getting concerned? Or are we faithful in the draft and the talent that is there?
I'm a big Kadarius Toney guy. So
Okay.
the ability to get him,
Gator,
get
really?
some separation,
Jesus. God
that would be
almighty.
great.
This is just
But
crap. This is crap.
We need to
you know,
turn off this infomercial too.
After I talked to Omar yesterday, and he kind of
Uh-huh.
said the similar thing to you guys, it's like, it was kind of like, you know what, I might not completely agree on not wanting to get one of the big guys, but it makes sense. And it's like that same, it's like the reverse thing, right? Like the Dolphins are doing the reverse of what the Patriots would do for years, and now the Patriots are doing
Well, the Patriots
what
had
the
Tom
Dolphins are
Brady.
doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
we have Tua.
I guess my issue
You don't like
is
Tua?
Well,
so
I mean, he's not Tom Brady.
I guess
okay,
my
well, Tom
issue.
Brady's not even Tom Brady right now.
My issue with what
Just one
Omar
number.
said is, I'm not on board with the Devontae Parker, Preston Williams thing. And I get that, and I was there. I saw the flashes of greatness that Preston showed during training camp, but you can't stay healthy. There's the old adage, if you're not available, then I don't care how good
best
you are because
ability
it's
is
pointless.
availability.
Exactly. And I don't like, the deal we signed Devontae to, he's not getting paid a ton of money, so it's not
so
going to
cheap,
triple.
Toast.
It is cheap.
So cheap.
It is.
You got to keep him on.
You
that
got
deal.
you keep him, but I don't. But he's not going to be a guy we can depend on. I don't.
But that's
think.
why getting a guy like Galladay, so many people are like, "Oh, you're just getting someone that does the same thing as Devontae." It's like you could say that with Allen Robinson, who's getting a lot older, stuff like that, and he's still a great wide receiver,
Mhm.
and Andy Dalton's gonna love him. But
I'm sure he's going to love Andy Dalton.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He went from dreaming of Russell Wilson to
I'm
getting
sure
Andy
he's
Dalton.
so happy he got
Did you see the
franchise
Bears? Did you see the
tag.
Bears Super Bowl odds?
50-1.
Went from 40-1 to 50-1.
Of course,
they got
But
worse.
Galladay is just. I mean, if you get the ability to get him, God, that commercial.
The commercial kills me, bro.
If you have the ability to get Galladay or Juju or Curtis Samuel,
I love Juju.
Juju.
I love Juju.
Great slot receiver. It's outstanding.
I think
slot
he's
receiver.
so good.
I don't think he's worth the money.
But here's the thing. I think about that, and I remember that when Jarvis, who was a great slot receiver, was also asking for this money, I was like, you don't pay a slot receiver that money. So I do find myself battling with that because, I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I didn't want to pay Jarvis that money as a slot receiver, so Juju.
Here's your question. Can you get a discount on OBJ this offseason? Aren't
So
the
many
Browns going to
people
cut him
want that.
loose? Or
But
did they already?
It's just like baseless
He's
rumors. It's like that dude Suriati or whatever. That like it's just all.
His name is Little Yachty.
No, there's actual guy. There's
Oh
an actual
my
guy.
God.
On
Oh
Twitter
my
that's a Browns
God.
fan.
Jesus,
Suriati.
Marsh. Wow, Brother Marsh. Upsetting. Really upsetting. You got to have a long talk with the bishop today. Very upsetting.
That was good. That was really good.
All right. So, yeah, listen, I don't have I'd like to see them make a move for a wide receiver.
I think today.
But I also have no problem if they think they're going to go draft with this and get like a Jamar Chase or a Waddle.
But the thing with Jamar is, like, do you draft Jamar? That's the
number
the whole
3.
question.
No, you draft down. You draft down. You trade down.
It's the same
trade
question
down.
with Galladay. It's like you sign Galladay, you have Preston and Devontae, but obviously Preston we can't rely on, so you have Devontae.
Devontae's
You can't rely on Devontae either.
Do you get the same receiver? It's the same question with Galladay. It's like, do you get that same
I want a
type of
guy that's going to
receiver?
be on the field 16 games a year. The other two aren't. That's
Devontae
the issue.
Smith?
Devontae and Preston will not play 16
I
games.
think the hype on Devontae
They get hurt
Smith
every
is
year.
kind of dying down a little bit.
I want a wide
since the national
receiver
championship
that can be
game.
our lead wide receiver and play 16 games for Tua this year. That's what I need.
I want Jalen Waddle.
So whether that's
I think
rookie,
he's going to be better than Jamar Chase.
All right, we got to get out of here. We got to get out of here.
Bye.
Kai's coming up next. We will see you guys
Patrick's
back here
Day.
tomorrow. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Be safe if you go out, and we will see you tomorrow right here on OnSideRadio.com.
Goodbye.
Hey, is that a faucet running?
Nope, that's not a faucet. That's a river rushing through the forest.
It is?
Yeah, forest rivers provide over 100 million people with clean water to drink. The water comes straight from the forest to us. In fact...
What? I can't hear you because of the vacuum.
That's not a vacuum. That's the trees in the forest cleaning up the air we breathe.
How do trees clean the air?
They soak up the dirty air on their leaves, branches, and trunks, which means clean air for us.
Cool. I didn't know that.
Yep. But the forest does more than give us clean air and water. It gives us shade for hot days, birds to listen to, and trees to climb.
Wow, that's awesome. I didn't know how cool the forest could be. Hey, let's go explore some more.
Visit the forest today and enjoy all it does, just for you. To learn more about the forest and find one near you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Big O for M&S Air Conditioning. You know, air quality in your home and business is more important than ever. That's why you've got to call M&S Air Conditioning and let them install a high-efficiency polarized air filter in your AC unit. Folks, it attracts, captures, and destroys biological contaminants to improve your air quality. With stellar customer service, answering your call from 7:30 a.m. till 9 o'clock p.m. For more info on high-efficiency air filters and their preventative maintenance plans, visit M&S Air Conditioning at ac-florida.com.
Papa, why can't we telegraph while riding a horse?
Son, there ain't no one to blame but Jeffro. He was riding old Betsy the Stallion, tip-tapping away at his telegraph, when blam! Ran right into the side of the saloon.
Well, if Jeffro can't do it, neither should you. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Welcome to OnSideRadio.com. Broadcasting from South Florida to the world. No station in South Florida provides more live and local sports talk.
This is like rock and roll with no music.
Follow us on social media at OnSide Radio.
This is the story of a very special woman. In a matter of seconds, she turned herself into a great mathematician or an entrepreneur. Her knowledge was limitless and still is.
Find the care guides you need to help, complete with tips and resources at aarp.org/caregiver.